Mafia, what's going on? Bills Mafia, once again, it's your boy Mac Mafia, back with an emergency video, which in reality shouldn't be an emergency video because I should be doing this a lot more with you. But I'm gonna tell you something. To be real with you, again, like I told you, if you just tune in for the first time, you know this ain't your traditional podcast or whatever you want to call it. Like I told you, I'm a fan just like you. I am you. I speak what I feel. I'm not always right. I don't claim to know it all. I'm a fan. I don't come on here and want to seem like some type of guru or anything like that, right? But the reason I haven't been on, because obviously, like I said, on Instagram, I'll keep you guys posted on certain things and just let you know what's going on throughout the league, or whether it's through Eyes on the Ops or even with our Bills, right? But the reason I haven't got on and made much videos, again, because I'm not into that mock draft shit. I'm being real. If you into it, I don't mean to offend you. I'm not being funny. I'm not into that shit, man. All that shit is to me is a bunch of hypotheticals that over 50% of the time don't fucking pan out. That's just the way I look at it. You know, they get on there, they like, it's almost like the NCAA brackets. Like you know the chances you getting that shit, right? Like, so I don't get into all that shit. Like I said, from the first mock draft until draft day, you know how much changes in a team's organization? Case in point, look what the fucking Bills is going through right now. What the Bills did today was, they reviewed their hand. The Buffalo Bills let everybody know, listen, this is what we drafted first round. That's just the bottom line. And I kind of have a problem with that, only because, like I said, when you go to the bargaining table and a team knows that you need, that kind of puts you in a bad situation. And the Buffalo Bills, let's if we're being real, let's keep it 100, right? Buffalo Bills got little holes that we got to fill up, especially in our secondary, right? And we've done some job on filling some key players in, punching in some players here and there. But the Buffalo Bills are now at a wide receiver 1 in what I like to call a positional emergency. The Buffalo Bills need to fill that slot, because I don't care what you say. No one on this roster, I don't care how you feel about whether Shakir, I don't care whether you feel about Samuels, I don't care how you feel about anybody. In my eyes, no one on this current roster is a wide receiver 1. So the Buffalo Bills are in positional emergency to fill that spot. And other teams know that. So now when we come to the bargaining table, let's just say they may ask for a little bit more because they know we need. And I'm going to tell you something else. Listen to me. Like I said, this is a very sensitive subject because some people like Diggs, some people don't. But if you're being honest with yourself, Stephon Diggs did a lot for this organization, and Stephon Diggs did a lot for Josh Allen's development, in which now I think Josh Allen will be all right without him, right? But if you being honest, despite fuck how you feel about him, like I get it. He brought with him a lot of bullshit. He am I in favor of everything he did? Absolutely not. I'd be lying to you if I said I agree with that, because I don't, right? But again, what he did for the Bills is, listen, like I said, today will be a day in Bills history that will be remembered forever. Because again, this man really was that big in this organization, and the role he played in this organization, and the role he played in our quarterback 1 for the next, shit, hopefully we got him for another, who knows, hopefully we get him for another 10 years, right? But what Stephon Diggs was big, what Stephon Diggs did was big in his organization again. And I don't feel no one can take that away from him. But what Brandon Beane did today was pretty much put the world on notice and let the world know that, listen, we're in a position of emergency and we need a wide receiver 1 bag. And to his defense, I'm gonna say this, right? Because like I told you, you got guys that love Diggs, you got guys that hate Diggs, you got guys that love Brandon Beane, you got guys that hate Brandon Beane. Yo, what the fuck is he doing? I get it, right? I'm one to believe that Brandon Beane, this is the first move of 2 or 3 more to come. I don't think that he's done. I don't think that is over. I don't think that he walked in there and said, all right, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll trade and not have a plan to have a wide receiver one. If you know anything about Brandon Beane is a firm believer. He does not like going into the draft in dire need. He pretty much wants to go in the draft. He wants to plug as many holes as he can in free agency, and he wants to go into the draft picking the best player available. And I don't see Brandon Beane going into this draft with not having a wide receiver one from here to there. And if he does, like I said, I find it very hard to believe that Brandon Beane just traded away our wide receiver one, in which probably didn't make sense for this year because of the amount of money that we got to eat. We got to eat $31 million for this year. But again, here's the kicker, right? Stephon Diggs pretty much was $28 million of those. So it's just pretty much a $3 million difference. But either way, I don't want to talk like that, right? But either way, the thing is that Brandon Beane, I don't see him doing that. And if any of you guys been following the Bills like I've been following the Bills forever, whatever have you, you guys would agree that Brandon Beane don't make bozo moves like that. Listen, the only way he made that move is if he's ready to get fired, or if he just don't give a shit. And again, I don't see any of them being it. I'm one of those I'm not panicking because I believe in the next few days, next few hours. Listen, there's 5 months left to the season. A lot's gonna happen from here to there. Again, sort of like what I said about those mocks. I don't get caught up in that shit because a lot could happen from here to there. And again, I think a lot will happen from here to draft day. Listen, Brandon Beane, again, if he made that move with not another move in mind, fuck another move in mind. Like you got to have another fucking move already. Like you got to have a motherfucker knocking on your door that said, okay, yeah, I'll take that fucking deal. I don't see how he would have ever made that move without thinking ahead. And again, if you know anything about Brandon Beane, listen, let me tell you something. I find it hard to believe that dude is just going to eat $31 million and that's going to be the end of it and that's it. I find that shit very hard to believe. You know anything about Brandon Beane? He sticks to that fucking salary cap. When he came here, he cut Sammy Watkins. He cut a few other people. He traded Sammy Watkins just so he could get under the salary cap, and he don't pay this dead money shit. He just don't give away money like that. Again, I don't see how Brandon Beane is gonna sit up there and just take this loss. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you agree with me, disagree with me. Again, at the end of the day, the Buffalo Bills, folks, don't panic. The Buffalo Bills they're gonna be all right. And I know a lot of you guys probably looking at me like, yo, Mac, what are you talking about? You're a little all over the place, this, that, and the third again. Because listen, I think I told you, I'm a fan just like you, man. So I get up here, I do one take and one take only. I don't rewind the video. I don't sit up there and do it again. Oh, that ain't sound right. Listen, so you get me raw emotions. So just how you was when you first heard the news or whatever have you, and the way you was trying to process everything, I go through the same shit and I get on here and I share that with you. I hope it's something that you could appreciate as opposed to something you'd be like, yo, what the fuck? I hope it's something you can appreciate, right? Because again, I'm coming up here and I'm being who I am. And again, if Brandon Beane, he was asked today, right? He was pretty much asked at the beginning. He got in. He talked to me today, and he pretty much was asked, listen, was this your idea, or did Steph request a trade? He pretty much said, I do not confirm or do not deny. So pretty much, I'm led to believe that Steph wanted out. Steph pretty much talked his way out of the Buffalo fucking Bills. That's what I believe. Now, was it enough? Did he talk his way out of enough for fucking Brandon Beane to eat $31 million fucking dollars? Listen, I don't give a fuck how you feel. I'm not holding $31 million just because you fucking unhappy. Now, I get it, yo, but what about he's unhappy now throughout the year, this, that, and the third, or whatever have you? Again, though, I'm just not holding that, man. I'm just not going through it. I'm not doing it. again, I look for something down the pipelines. I look for something like T. Higgins. I look like something towards Ayuk. Shit, even Devontae Adams. Again, where the fuck are we gonna find this money? Brandon Beane has worked miracles more than once. And again, I find him in a position in which he understands that, listen, my job is on the line. What Brandon Beane did today was pretty much he just closed his margin for error. And I very much doubt Brandon Beane is just gonna go and make a move and not just give a fuck. Cause this man right now has over 50% of Buffalo Bills fans madder than a motherfucker. Wondering, yo, and I'm gonna tell you what I think is the problem. I think the problem is a lot of you ain't upset that Steph Diggs is out. I think the problem is that the reason you feel the way you feel is because you haven't seen a replacement yet. Because I promise you, had that deal dropped and 2 hours later you heard something like the Buffalo Bills have agreed to a deal with T. Higgins, or the Buffalo Bills have agreed to a deal with Brandon Ayuk, I promise you, everybody be feeling a lot better tonight. But the problem is we don't have no fucking answer yet. So everybody's like, yo, what the fuck are we gonna do? What is he thinking? This, that, and third. He did it for a second round pick. That's a steal. And listen, I get it, because I agree. What a second round pick next year, not even this year, a second round pick next year. So I get it. And I understand why everyone's upset. Because again, like I told you, I can't say I'm 100% happy with it. But again, my problem lies with I need a replacement, bro. Give me a replacement. Listen, Stephon Diggs was out of here anyway. It just happened a year early. Let's keep it 100. Stephon Diggs will be 31 years old in November. Right? Stephon Diggs is, he's on. Who the fuck wants a 31-year-old who wants the ball all the fucking time? Stephon Diggs this time next year was not going to be on the Buffalo Bills. Again, it happened a year sooner than what it was supposed to. But again, we need a fucking replacement. And again, believe you me, people, I could almost go as far as promising you. And if I'm wrong, put my card on it, man. If I'm wrong, let me know. But again, Brandon Beane got something up his fucking sleeve. And you know another thing? Like I told you guys before in the last video, right? I got a lot of skin in the game when it comes to the Buffalo Bills. So my pain tolerance is higher than someone who's 25 years old. Because I dealt with a lot of more bullshit. And I've seen it on Lifetime. Like, I've seen Ride White with Norwood. I've seen the fucking the music. I've seen it all. Anything from 1988 on, I've seen personally. I've experienced personally. It's not something I read about. It's not something I've seen on highlights. It's not something I've seen on ESPN or the NFL channel. It's something I've lived, right? So I got a lot more tolerance when it comes to dealing with the Buffalo Bills and their bullshit. And what hurts is, like I said before, what hurt me wasn't losing Trey White. What hurt me wasn't losing, it bothered, right? Wasn't J. Poe, stuff like that. But what hurt the most was that we were losing leadership. If you go down the line, you look at Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, which, I don't, you know me, I don't really care too much for him. He's a one-trick pony anyway. Let him go. So I said Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, J. Poe, Micah Hyde, Mitch Morse, and if you want to count Tyler Manikavich. Those are 6 dudes that we lost that wear C on their chest. So we lost 6 captains in the course of the last 2 months. That shit kind of worries me. And it also leads me to believe that's probably a reason why they sit up there and they let go of Steph Diggs. Because they probably realize, listen, we ain't got the leadership no more to kind of control this dude. So before we lose a locker room, before we lose XYZ, we might as well get rid of him. And aside from the fact that I think that he was really pressing the issue and he was doing everything he could to get out of Buffalo anyway. right? But nonetheless, like I said then, I told you guys, losing the captains is what bothers me the most, what kind of hurts me the most, and what kind of worries me the most. But I'm not worried like most Bills fans are. Like, I hear Bills fans talking, yo, maybe they tanking. Yo, how the fuck are you tanking with one of the best quarterbacks in the league? Like, come on, folks. Like, let's not get crazy, man. Like, let this shit play out. Like, let this shit play out, man. Don't get crazy. Oh, they tanking. It's that. Listen, just be easy, man. And just relax. Listen, again, like I told you guys, the only way a general manager makes a move like that, if he got any type of sense, is if he got something else in the pipeline. Because if not, if you don't, you asking to get fucking fired. And again, these are conversations that take place. So I promise you, like even Josh Allen. Josh Allen, to some extent, kind of had a, if not co-sign this deal, he had to kind of be okay with it. Like, yo, all right, listen, I understand why y'all letting him go, whatever have you. Because I promise you, Steph, if he was like, yo, no, don't let him go, X, Y, Z, this, that, and third, yo, get Steph in here. Let me talk to Steph. And I promise you, maybe that's happened in the past, and maybe to this point right now, it's like, yo, listen, we can't do it no more. This dude got to go. But I promise you, these were conversations that was had from anyone, from everyone, from the Pagulas, to McDermott, to Steph and his agent, down to even Josh Allen. So again, listen, I promise you, there's something. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is. I ain't betting no money. But again, at the end of the day, the Buffalo Bills are gonna be all right. Listen, the Buffalo Bills are young. Again, like we just went over. Stephon Diggs to be 31. Yeah, 31. He'll be 30. Yeah, shit. Excuse me, I'm getting old, man. But Stephon Diggs will be 31 in April. In November, right? Listen, that's not, for as good and for as productive as he's been, and that's not what we looking to have with Josh Allen. Listen, at the end of the day, we looking with God's blessing for multiple Super Bowls, man. And you know, when you got guys like Shakir, you got dudes like Cook, you got dudes like Kincaid, you got that young blood coming through. You want to keep that young blood going through. And again, let me tell you something. At this point now, like I said, the reins have been turned over that Josh Allen can now take his team and he can mold his team the way he wants to. He necessarily got to worry about Diggs complaining, Diggs bitching, Diggs whatever. And again, like I told you guys, Stephon Diggs, I'm a fan. I like the dude. I could do without the bullshit, but I like the dude. He's not a deep ball threat no more. Let's be honest. Stephon Diggs ain't blowing past nobody like that no more. Right? Not on the regular. He's a great route runner, so could it happen? Absolutely. But Stephon Diggs ain't blowing past nobody anymore. So, again, the Buffalo Bills, in my opinion, don't kill me, bro. The Buffalo Bills, in my opinion, did the right thing. For as hard as it is for me to say that, and the reason it's so difficult is, like I said minutes ago, is because we currently don't have a replacement. If we had a replacement, I feel a lot better about this whole situation. And I feel in my heart of hearts, so you guys. Listen, don't panic, bro. Alright? Don't panic. Just believe, trust the process, understand the general manager that we have. Again, this dude, ever since he came here, he's done nothing but done right by us. If you ask me, the 2022 off season, that off season is a season that within the next 12 months, we see if that was a good one. Because if there's anything that I think where he may have fucked up at, was probably in that off season, 2022. Because that's when he gave, if I'm not mistaken, Von Miller that deal. He gave out another few deals, stuff like that. He made certain commitments in which that's what got us kind of fucked now in the salary cap. But again, bro, listen, we good, man. We good. Y'all worried about nothing? I shouldn't say you worried about nothing because you have a reason to be worried. But again, just know and believe that Homeboy's working. We got somebody. We got one of the best general managers in football. And I know some of y'all hate him, some of y'all don't like him, and y'all feel a certain way about him or whatever have you. But listen, this man took us out of our drought years into what we in now, into which we can sit up there and talk about, yo, listen, shit, we competing now. So now we mad because we not at XYZ level. Listen, like I told you guys, I go back a ways where I remember not even making the fucking playoffs. Where, and listen, we wasn't sitting on no couch waiting for another team to win or another team to lose so we can make the playoffs. I'm talking about, we were winning 7, 8 games, if that. So I appreciate what this man has done when he's taking his organization, and the same with Sean McDermott. Does Sean McDermott make dickhead moves sometimes? Absolutely. I'm not 100% in agreement with Sean McDermott 100% of the time, but again, listen, let me tell you something. Nobody's perfect, and who's to say we'll do a better job? You know, who's to say that we'll do a better job? Again, at the end of the day, what they've done for this organization, the direction they got this organization going, I'll more than take it. Again, listen to me, man. Please understand that we've gotten younger. And that's something that we needed to do. But the Buffalo Bills team was one of the oldest in the league. Listen, for as much as we love J-Po, he's 32 years old. For as much as we love Micah, and that's my boy, I hope he finds a way to come back, but actually I hope he retires because I wouldn't want him to put his health on the line like that, right? But Micah's up there, right? For as much as we love Trey White has missed, it's a crazy number. Trey White has missed like 51 of the last 70 games. So in reality, for as much as we love him, right? What the fuck are we missing? Like that's our boy, but 51 of the last 70 games, and it's sad because I feel so bad for Trey White, man, because this is a dude that I loved from day one. From the minute they drafted him, I said, yo, this dude's gonna retire Buffalo Bills. This is gonna be this is gonna be one of the main faces of the Buffalo Bills. And life just dealt him a bad hand when it came to injuries and so forth. And I wish my boy nothing but the best, because Trey White, you deserve it, champ. You really do, man. You really do deserve. I hope that you go over there and, yo, you shine, bro. I hope you shine because, again, you deserve it. Bills Mafia, I'm about to get ready to wrap up. Like I told you, I just wanted to get on real quick, share some of my thoughts with you. I got to find a way to make this more interactive, where I get on with you guys and we can pretty much talk, so forth like that. I guess I'm trying to get it to a certain level of followers to where we can do that. We're gonna do the draft together. I'm gonna find a way to get on here on the draft, whether it's live through Instagram or whatever have you. I'm gonna find a way to do that. But again, I'm gonna find a way to get interactive so we can talk more. I mean, on Instagram, we do a great job. We go back and forth. We talk a lot. I just want to be able to do this like this. That'll be phenomenal. That'll be great. Listen, let's just see what the Bills got. And listen, I'm gonna tell you something else, right? Stephon Diggs bitched about the ball a lot over here, but don't get it twisted. He got to go over there, and they have a very good team right now, right? But let's just look at their wide receiver room. He's not even their wide receiver one over there. Over here, he was wide receiver one, but now he goes over there. He's behind Nico. Right? Aside from Nico, now him and Tank are the second. It's between him and Tank, who's second and third, because Nico's number one up there at the Texans, right? So, listen, it may be good for, and then CJ Stroud, again, like I told you guys, I wish that boy nothing but the best, because that boy's nice, that boy's nasty, but again, let me tell you something. I don't fully get sold on a player after 1 year. If homeboy comes in and he lights that shit up again, then I'm a believer. But your sophomore year especially, people got video on you, they got the drop on you, and it ain't as easy as it was first year round. Again, he can be that talent. I'm not taking that away from me. That could be his story. But again, I have to see a little bit more to be a believer. And again, I'm gonna say this. That's not to say he don't have it, because he shows all the signs of having it. But I just need to see a little bit more. So as far as Stephon Diggs, man, he's probably happy he's gone. I'm gonna miss him on the field because homeboy's still 1,000-yard a year receiver. I'm gonna be a little happy we ain't gotta do with the bullshit. We ain't gotta deal with fans talking shit and running their mouth, and ain't nobody wanna deal with that shit, right? But nonetheless, like I said, we gonna be all right, man. Listen, like I told you guys, look for Brandon being a bust move, make something happen, and look for our Bills to be okay. Yo, we getting young, bro. We young. We got JA-17 at the helm. What the fuck are we worried about, bro? Don't worry. Don't get nervous. My dudes and dudettes, just ride this shit out, man. Again, listen, the story is halfway. The story ain't even halfway through. You know what I'm saying? We still got a lot to go. 5 months to the season. About 3 weeks to the draft. And again, I find that shit hard to believe. Brandon Beane just sat up there, traded away his stud wide receiver, and said, all right, I'm going to replace him with a guy in the draft. Nah, I don't see it happening. Which also, I'm going to say this. I don't give a shit who we pick up during off-season right now, during a trade or whatever. I don't care what we do, right? But I know one thing. He better at least get 2 of these fucking stud wide receivers. I know that much right now. Fuck these tier 2s, these tier 3s. You better get at least 2 studs, man. Or maybe a stud and a tier 2, right? But it has to be a hot tier 2. That's it. Yo, Bills Mafia, I'm out of here, man. Like I said, I just want to get on real quick. It's been a while. Listen. Like the video, man. Drop a comment. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Show your boy support, because like I said, man, I do this shit because I love it, man. You understand what I'm saying? I get on here. I try not to be nobody else but myself. And it's hopefully somebody you can appreciate. Yo, Brandon Beane, show me your TDs, man. You know what I mean? Because, listen, we going to need a few of those this year, man. Because we ain't got our boy no more. So we going to need somebody to fill in that slot. So Champ, get to work. But again, Bills Mafia, like I said, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for riding out with me. Those of you who ride out all the time, you know what I'm saying? I see y'all. Thanks for the support. Thanks for everything you do, man. I'm real supportive. I'm real humble. Because like I said, I come on here and this is something I enjoy doing, man. And hope you enjoy listening. Like I said, let's just find a way to get this interactive. Yo, listen, I'm new to the game. So drop anything you can, any suggestions, yo, Mac, you should do this. Yo, Mac, you should do that. Whatever have you. Again, like I said, then I'll tell you, bro, I'm humble, bro. I'm humble like that. I'm open to it. And most importantly, yo, I love who you love. And that's our Buffalo Bills, man. Yo, Bills Mafia, I'm out of here. Drink your water. Eat your veggies. And when it comes to our motherfucking Buffalo Bills, mind your business. Let's go, Buffer.